Hello everybody and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you my next historical game. Release the Eagle, the plot to rescue Napoleon. In this light to medium game for 1 to 4 players, the players will attempt to save the former emperor from his prison on the remote island of Saint-Helena in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And by doing so, we'll obviously rewrite history. If you manage to pull it off, your name will always be attached to that of the French emperor. Of course, it will not be an easy undertaking, because even a simple rumor about a possible plot will be taken very seriously by the crowned heads of Europe at that time. Before you can even think of trying to save him, you must have at least 4 cards in your possession. We have a yellow card representing the sponsor, financer of the project, with a lot of money, of course. You need a blue card representing the means of transport that will sail the emperor away from the island. You will need a green card representing a loyal internal contact on the island that will help organize the escape from the inside. And you need a red card representing a specific event allowing you to smuggle Napoleon from the island when the British are not paying attention. Once you have those 4 cards, you will be able to take your chances. But hold on to your horses. That is not all you will have to take into account. The current mood of the governor, Sir Hudson Lowe, is also of vital importance. His mood will determine how many cards players can hold in their hand each round. If he is, for instance, if he is irritated, the players will only be able to hold 2 cards in their hand. But if he is, for instance, at ease, the players will be allowed to hold 7 cards in their hands, offering them many more cards to choose from. In other words, in order to rescue the emperor, the mood of Sir Hudson Lowe needs to be no lower than skeptical. So, how is the mood of Sir Hudson Lowe determined each round? Well, for every Sir Hudson Lowe card that is revealed on the board at the end of a round, his mood drops. However, if there is no Sir Hudson Lowe card revealed at the end of a round, so there's no Sir Hudson Lowe revealed at the round, then the mood will automatically rise. So this brings us automatically to the gameplay. The game depends entirely on the cards that are revealed on the board at the end of a round. And it is your task to ensure that these cards are favorable for you. Keep in mind, you can perfectly see what is revealed, but not what is hidden underneath. In order to influence the cards on the board, the players can perform 1 or 2, depending on the amount of players, actions. So, the players can swap a card from your hand in order to draw a new one from the board according to the arrows on the card. So say for example, I have low on leave here, a red card. I want to get rid of that pesky Sir Hudson Lowe card there. So what will I do? I'm going to play this one here. And you see the arrows? You see the arrows on the card? This means I can take this one, I can take this one, and I can take this one. But since there's a patrol here on this location, I won't be able to take it. So that doesn't matter. I want to get rid of that Sir Hudson Lowe card because otherwise my mood will drop. So I played this card. I'm going to swap it for this one. So I'm going to take this one, and what is revealed? Joseph Bonaparte, a yellow card. So that's one of the actions I can do. I can also draw a card. If a player only has 4 cards in his possession, if I only have 4 cards in my possession, and my mood is on 5, and the mood of Sir Hudson Lowe is 5, this means I will be able to take a card. So, for example, let me take this one. But automatically, I will reveal what's underneath. I can also play a card for a specific action. Some event cards offer a special action. You can discard such a card in order for the specific action to take place in the next round. Say, for example, earlier on I had low on leave. And when you have low on leave, low is temporarily replaced by Brigadier General Bingham. In the following round, the mood track is put on 6. It then returns to 4 in the subsequent round. When played, this card is discarded. So I could also play this card so that starting the next round, we will automatically go to 4. And then afterwards, however, in the next round, it will return to 6. And then next round, it will go to 4. So say, for example, we're at 1 card. The mood is very bad. It's vengeful. Sir Hudson Lowe is vengeful. I can play that card in order to move it to 6 in the next round. This will allow us to hold 6 cards in our hands, which is obviously good. So what else can we do? What's another action we could possibly do? We can also just play a card to cover a disadvantageous card. So I can get rid of this, just place it. And last but not least, we can also save the Emperor. So you can only save the Emperor at the very start of your own turn. And you have to be able to play 4 cards. If it fails, however, watch out. If it fails, the game will be over immediately. And everybody loses. This is how the game can end in 20 or 30 minutes. So you play the 4 required colored cards, okay? And the mood of Sir Hudson Lowe was skeptical. How could my rescue attempt fail then? Well, I'll show you how. As you will have noticed, the board has 6 specific locations, with Diana's Peak in the middle. The island is guarded by British patrols and the Royal Navy. 2 British patrols are going to move around the island from one location to another. each round. And so the Royal Navy will also move from one location to another each round. The problem is as follows. If you attempt to rescue the Emperor and the specific locations on the blue transport card, see here, I have this in my hand, it's one of the 4 cards. Here the Eagle submarine will be at Prosperous Bay. So if there's a patrol there or a Royal Navy, then I could have played that card, but it would fail because there's the British patrols and there's the Royal Navy. So that's how it could fail the attempt. So you got to make sure that, in this case, that area is free in order to play these 4 cards. So, you must show patience and attempt to influence the cards on the island to make sure that the rescue attempt has a 100% chance of succeeding. Because if you make a failed attempt, everybody loses automatically. Problem is, you are not alone. The others will also attempt to free certain spaces so that they can save the Emperor. So when does the game end? So as I mentioned already, if you make a failed attempt, but also Release the Eagle has a time track, as you can see. And it's divided into 5 years, and each of those years in 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Historically, as time passed, Napoleon became ill. There are good reasons to be believed that he was also poisoned. So each time a poison card, you can see here, here's an instance, a poison card. Each time a poison card is revealed on the board, the life of the Emperor will be cut short by 1 season. In this case, the poison marker is moved 1 to the left. When the round marker and poison marker meet, then this will be the last turn or the last round of the game. And the game comes to a premature end because Napoleon at that moment, he is too weak to be saved. He's too ill and too weak to be saved. So that's then also the end of the game. In conclusion, Release the Eagle is once again a very thematic historical game designed by myself, and it is simple enough to learn. But you will have to plan the attempt carefully because there's a lot to pay attention to. The mood of Sir Hudson Lowe, the movement of the British patrols and the Royal Navy, and there is also the time pressure. Napoleon needs to be saved before he becomes too ill to return onto the world stage once again. Release the Eagle, the plot to rescue Napoleon, will launch on Gamefound somewhere in the first half of 2026 by the French publisher Les Trois Zouaves. So, my friends, keep an eye on it. So I hope you enjoyed this first look at Release the Eagle, the plot to rescue Napoleon. So I'm signing off. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.